Hey, this is Brian Hood. I'm Much of My Bride and owner of 456 Recordings. I just want to make a video for you guys about my heel toe technique. There's not many videos of it on YouTube that kind of go in depth with it. I don't really know what to tell you. I'm not a good teacher. That's why I don't give drum lessons. I'm terrible. I'm impatient. But this is the best I can do, I guess. My setup is Axis longboards. There's tape over the Axis engraved thing because the freaking right there, if you can see the A, that will cut your foot open really bad, and the X right there will cut your foot open. I've had it happen to me because I play barefoot basically in my socks. Best socks in the world, by the way, at Walmart. The beaters are the DW style beaters. They're about 4 inches, maybe 5 at the most, away from the head. I guess we'll get into the technique. I've seen some people that do it like this. They'll go heel first, which is the standard thing, always heel first, then toe. Get your heel down on the pedal, and then you get your toe down on the pedal, and you just kind of make it roll. You roll your heel down to your toe. Same with your left foot. If I can get I'm a terrible cameraman. Alright. Well, that's not the way I really do it. The way I do it, I found it's a lot faster. You get more speed if you have your heel off the pedal. And by the way, I have the springs as tight as they go. I found that works best for me. Also, the kick drum is filled full of blankets and such to make it trigger correctly. And I'll get into triggers later. But I have my heel off the pedal, and you just kind of slam your heel down and roll your toe forward. The heel is not actually hitting the pedal. You kind of just, I don't know how it works, to be honest. It just works for me. And you just roll your heel forward. Same with your left foot. And it's kind of like a snare roll. You go right, right, left, left. And the slower you go, the harder it is to do. I'll try to do it slow if I can. It's kind of probably terrible. Sloppy, I know. Live is a completely different thing. But then you want to get your speed up. That's a good way. This is a good speed to start out at. Just try to get your heel, get it strong, good solid hits. I've seen some drummers, they'll have their beaters like an inch from the head, and that's really weird and stupid. I try to keep them a standard length behind. And then you just get your speed up, man, after you practiced a while. It's really tiring. You build these muscles up a lot. These will burn really bad. And I don't really know what else to show you guys. I've tried doing it. I tried learning heel toe on iron cobras before. I don't have mine set up. I just have this hi-hat pedal because that's what I use. But this thing right here gets in your way of doing it the way I do it. And this pedal is really not long enough for my feet. I wear a size like 10.5 shoe or 11. But just heel. I guess these and the trick pedals are the best for heel toe that I've seen. I know Pearl's coming out with a new pedal soon, the Demon Drives or something. Haven't had a chance to try those out. I don't know how well they work. As far as triggers, everybody will flame on the message boards and online and on the YouTube comments about how triggers are cheating. The thing about triggers is they're cheating and they're not. Basically, if you have a clicky sample, which I do, so you can hear the double bass parts. If you do some gallopy feet, some Michael J. Fox feet, what I call it. Probably too soon for that joke, but it's really apparent. So you want to kind of don't use triggers unless you're solid enough to where you're not going to embarrass yourself live. But at the same time, it's cheating because the velocities are all the same. You don't have to hit as hard. The module I use for my live stuff. And I know a lot of people use the Alesis DM5, so I'll probably just show you my settings on here. Okay, so here's my trigger setup, my module, the Alesis DM5. A lot of people use this. I know several drummers that use it. I got it about 3 years ago. But basically, this is the pad I use for my 808. You know, just goes on the hi-hat, and you just hit it whenever you want the 808 to happen. And here's the sample I use for kick drum. I'll show you my 808 sample in a second. Usually, if it's a good sound system and the guy can EQ the kick drum well, I'll use number 23 on the kicks. It's called reggae. If the sound guy sucks, or if the sound system sucks and I want a really clicky sample without having the sound guy having to do anything, I'll use number 8 speed metal. It sounds like crap usually, but it's clicky and so it can be heard. For my 808, I use number 37, I think it is. No, 47? 48. It's called Rap Wave on the kick drums. You tune it down to negative 3 to negative 4, not plus 3. And for kick drum, I usually have it plus 3 for, you know, really high-pitched clicky. Here's my trigger settings if anybody has an Alesis DM5 and they want to use my settings. I have the gain's really low right now, but usually I have the gain up to about, let's see, usually I have my gain around 85. This is really bad, you can't read this. Gain's around 85. V-curve is 7. Crosstalk at 90. DEC at 13. And noise at 90. And as long as you keep your kick drum fairly padded on the inside, you shouldn't have any problems with double triggering, and you shouldn't have any problems with your snare drum setting off the kick trigger. Live, I don't trigger anything else. It usually sounds like crap if you try to trigger your whole drum set or your snare or your toms live. Other than that, I don't know what else to go over. You've seen my heel toe. You've seen my trigger setup. You've seen, I guess you can see my drum set. I've had the same drum set since I was 16. It's the first drum set I ever bought. It's the only drum set I've ever owned. Never had drum cases for it, as you can tell. It's not the finish. It's just a Mapex Pro M series from the 90s. It's been beat up bad. You know, look at the kick drum. Ugh. Terrible. But I should be getting a new set soon. If I do, I'll post it on YouTube and let you see it. If not, I'll be really mad. But I guess that's it.